Welcome back YouTube, once again, VulturusMidnite here. Now today's episode, it will be the double tap emblem creator. However, the video has been sped up because I'm not having it slow anymore, and it's also not directly from the perk beta because I want to change that, and so anyone can just watch this video and they can see a representation of how they would create it themselves, yada yada yada. However, just like in the video, all I'm going to be using is the layers lists which I use in a text document. The text document will be down in the description below. You can download it from the link I will put down in the description below, like I do standard with all the perk emblems. So I'm just going through the layers with you. For layer 1, you want a round square or square full, it doesn't matter, and you want it in 0, 0, X and Y positioning with 47 scale X and Y. So you just use a right analog stick to do that. Rotation, none. Opacity 100, and you want it toggled as full. The layer origin will be in the perk beta, so if you have a perk beta emblem, you just reuse that. It's solid color, and the color will be 51 to 26 in the color mixer. Now layer 2 and 3 will be the diagonals layers, and they would be same again as the other. Position 0 is going to be the background, so you want absolutely no change in the position. 63 X and Y scale. However, this layer 2 will be outlined, layer 3 will be full. The second layer will be opacity 30, whilst layer 3 will be opacity 60. They both will be 102 red, 51 green, 0 blue color. Now these are the double tap specific layers. Layer 4 and 5 are square full. The first one is completely white in color, 255, 255, 255, complete white. X and Y positioning will be 0 as standard, 57 X axis on scale, and minus 70 on Y. You want the opacity on 100. And then you're going to copy that layer, and then you're going to shrink it to minus 140 Y scale, and you're going to turn that into 51 to 26 color, and that's going to how you're going to be separating. As you can see now, you got two stripes on the map. Anyways, for layer 6, you're going to have a paintball. Paintball is like the splash kind of effect. I'm going to put the opacity on 50, the color is going to be white, and the scale on X and Y axis will be 15. Now you're going to copy this 2 times, one with the rotation 140 and another with 277, and that's going to be as a standard behind every single perk. So if you're from the perk beta, those ones will be copied as well. Please do check that out. If you got the perk beta, it's a halfway line of every single emblem, and it's less effort if you want to make multiple of them. So from layers 9 till 12, they're pretty much the same. So first of all, you're going to make layer 9, which is the fade. It's loads of little bubbles. You're going to make the rotation 270 to make it, instead of width, it's height. The opacity will be lowered down to 20. Your X position will be minus 116 with your Y position on 17. You're going to change nothing on scale. And what you're going to do is go in the color, and you're going to make it into a gradient. The first color will be 20, the second will be 0, and that's opacity. With the gradient sliders keeping it at 50 with no rotation. Color 1 will be complete white, 255 and all 3 mixes, and the other one will be left transparent, absolutely nothing, which is on the left hand side of all the color selections. Now with layer 10, what you're going to do is you're going to copy that layer, paste it, and you're going to toggle it to outline, and you're going to change the first color to 255 red, 128 green, 0 blue. This is kind of like an orangey browny color. And then for those 2 layers, you're going to copy it, and you're going to put it on the opposite side. So all you do with those 2 layers different is the X positioning minus 116 to 116 positive, so it's on the left, and now to the right. Those are also in the perk beta. Now what you're going to do in the middle is you're going to make a round square, and you're going to make it 65 on the X scale and 18 on the Y scale, and you're going to put the toggle on 50. Well, the opacity on 50, toggle full. This layer origin is also in the perk beta, and you're going to turn this color into a gradient. The first color, 50 opacity, 95, 65, 45. Color 2 will be complete black, also at 50 opacity. The gradient slider will be at 50, but the rotation will be at 90 to make it from bottom to up rather than left to right as default. Now from here on you can actually make the perk circular. Layer 14 will be a full circle and you're going to have the scale X and Y to 5. Position is going to be by 0 in default if I don't mention it. Anyways, the opacity will be kept at 100 and the color will be 255, 255, 255. But it's going to be a gradient and color 2 will be 160 and it goes so on and so forth because it's a darker grey. So the color slider will be put up to 95 to barely get the gradient in, but it's a tiny bit of shade. And the rotation will be at 38 of the color gradient. Now you're going to copy that layer and you're going to shorten it to 2 X and Y axis. Now with this, your rotation is going to be changed to 54. And the slider is going to be pushed back to 50 as standard. Color 1 will be 110, which is 110, sorry, 77 green, 6 blue. And color 2, since this is also a gradient, will be 89, 61, 14. This will be the browner outer area. Now what you're going to do after this is you're going to have 3 square full. This will be the 3 stripes that you can see on the perk at the minute. Now here you will have 0 positioning, etc, for the first one. X scale will be 8, Y scale will be minus 257. You're going to have the color as a gradient. So 100 and 100 opacity with 50 slider, no rotation. First color is 235 on all 3 mixers and 224 on all 3 mixers for color 2. It's a very small tone, but it's a lot helpful. Anyways, for the next 2 layers, 17 and 18, what you're going to do is you're going to copy them and you're going to move the first one to -9 and the other one to +9, so you get the exact same line above and underneath the one which you just made originally. Now after that you're going to go back and copy the full circle and you're going to make it -19. Now with this, and by -19 I mean the scale, the position is still 0. Now with this, you're going to put the color mixers to 192 on all 3 mixers because you want it to be a mid to light grey. And this one is also in a perk beta. Most of these emblems will be half perk beta, half originality. That's how I go off from these new emblems. So please do try and make it from that. If you can see the ones from the perk beta on the document or the video itself on my channel, please do make them, as it will help you out in future videos. Anyways, let's progress from this. With layer 20, what you're going to do, you're going to copy that -19 circle, and you're going to make it to -23. Now with this is you want the rotation in the gradient at 52. And with color mixers you want 189, 136 by 35 as color 1. Color 2 will be 168, 128, 43. It's a kind of small tone, but it makes it look have a nicer effect. So after that, what you want to do is the actual perk kind of design. And so you're going to have a round square and a pyramid. With a round square, you're going to have 0x, -9y, -46 x-axis scale, -74 y-axis scale, rotation 0, opacity 100. Now with this, the colour will be 110776. It might be a colour that you want to put into your mind for the rest of these little bits and bobs. Now with the pyramid, you're going to have the exact same colour, but with X also 0, Y at 38, scale with the X-axis is -44, and scale on the Y-axis is -87. The rotation will be 180 to make it upside down. And with this, you're going to copy those two, and you're going to turn the colours into white. Now with the first one, you're going to have -9y, 0x. Now with scale, minus 50 by minus 80. Now with a pyramid, you're going to do almost the same thing. 0x 36y with a minus 48 scale, minus 91y scale. Same again as before, is also 180 rotation. Now obviously you have a whiter inner. Now what you want to do is also have a browner inner, and so you want to copy them again, and you're going to make the color back to 110776. With x and y, you want 0x minus 7y for the round square, minus 58 x-axis and minus 88 y-axis in scale. Now for layer 26 is the pyramid before the text. You want 0x 33y with minus 57x scale, minus 100y scale. The color will also be 110776. See the pattern there? Now with the text, I usually have the layer 0 or O, and just to make things look even. Anyways, what you want to do is you're going to do that for several layers. Now you're going to have a first layer for letter D. You want it minus 70 x-axis, minus y, 37, minus 37 on the y-axis in positioning. With all text, we're going to have it as minus 165 scale. For D's, rotation will be at 300 and opacity will be 100 with complete white text. You're going to copy this and you're going to keep the scale for all the text, and you're going to change the rotation by 10 to make it 310, and you're going to make this letter O. Minus 63x, minus 49y. And this is going to continue. For U, B, L, E, you're going to increase the rotation by 10 each time. So 320, 330, 340, 350, so on and so forth. It has a pattern. Anyways, for U, you're going to have minus 53x and minus 60y. And with B, you're going to have minus 42, minus 68. These are all positions, by the way, as most things ain't changed apart from rotation, which will have its own pattern. With these positioning, scale is all the same. L is minus 29 by minus 74. E is minus 15 by minus 17. My bad, minus 79. Now after this, you want to have a tap in the name, so you're going to copy them and you're going to have the rotation on 10 because you're going to miss a gap at the top, with 15 by minus 79. So we're now going positives in the x-axis. Copy that for layer A and you're going to have 29 in the x-axis, minus 74 y-axis with rotation at 20. With letter P, you're going to have rotation at 30 with 42 by minus 68 on the y-axis. Now what we also want to do is have the number, well, the Roman kind of numbers 2 after double tap, since this is double tap 2.0. Not the original is kind of bland. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the letter T. What I usually still like to do is have that O as a base before I changed any of the text actual names, so it can be evened out. But anyways, this will be letter T. On the x-axis it will be 63 and the y-axis will be minus 49. The rotation will be at 50. Now what you're going to copy this and you're going to change the rotation to 230. Reason being is with the I, it doesn't have the little bits at the end, whereas T, you got the bits at the top, but only the top. So you're going to change it to 180 degrees after that, and you're going to have it on the bottom also. And then for the second one of these, you're going to have X in 71, Y minus 37, and you're going to have a rotation at 60. And then you're going to copy that, and you're going to turn it into 240 to have the same effect. Now we're going to write root beer at the very bottom. So with the letter R, we'll have minus 57 x-axis with 56 y-axis. The scale is all the same, but rotation is a little bit different down below. We're going to have 48. It's going to be on a pattern of 12. for some random reason. I can't remember why. I guess I just chose it because things to fill up the bottom as if it was the perk. Anyways, you're going to copy that and you're going to change rotation by 12, so you're going to have it 36. If the x-axis will be minus 46 with the y-axis at 65. You're going to copy that again and you're going to change rotation to 24. X-axis at minus 32 by minus 74. And then for t, to make the word root at the bottom, minus 16 by 79 with a rotation of 12. Now for the beer text, you're going to pretty much mirror this, but in the positive x-axis. So 16 by 79 with 348 rotation, which is after 360, but you're going backwards because you're trying to get it, to loop around the circle. Then you have 31 by 74, 45 by 67, 57 by 56. And the pattern will go on. 348, 336, 324, and 312. It will be the same pattern, but taking it away from 360. All the colour from the text will be white. Anyways, now that we've got the text there, we're going to add the little stars, which is on Double Tap 2.0. Now with a star, what you want is minus 159 in scale X and Y. With positioning, you want it minus 68 by 41. I'm going to turn the rotation onto 50. And the opacity will be at 100 with white as its colour. And you're going to copy this and you're going to paste it over. And what you're going to do is change the colour to 110776. But you're going to change the scale on X and Y to 190. Then afterwards, you're going to copy those two, or the white star, and you're going to copy it over to 68 by 41. So it's positive on the x-axis. And you're going to change the rotation to 310 to fit the same format. And you can easily copy that and then change it to 190 in scale X and Y rather than moving its position just to get it more accurate results. Then after this, what you want is the actual emblem on the actual emblem coaster, that I would like to call it, because it's repeated over and over. Anyways, the dots is this comical feel. So what you want is the scale to be minus 66 with no X or Y positioning, no rotation, but the opacity, you're going to have it at 56. That is if I believe this is correct. From the text document, please, I spent 40 minutes on the text document. It's really long to set up this perk video, full stop. So anyways, what you want is you want to toggle the gradient, and with the gradient on, you want color 1 to be 153 by 76, 0. And color 2 will be 255, 255, 0. This layer with gradient, you can press in the right toggle and it will make the gradients, instead of going from one side, it will go radial, as in one color will be in the middle going outwards. You will toggle this as an outline, and then you're going to copy this layer and you're going to put it behind this outline, but you're going to put it as full, and you're going to put it as a single solid color with the opacity at 56 again. And with this, you're going to have the colors 255, 255, 0 to have this orangey kind of look. I can't exactly remember if layer 53 with the outline should be opacity 100. I'm not too sure about that. I will update the notepad just to make sure that there is no mistakes when uploading this online when I upload the video. So if there is a mistake, it will be there corrected, but whilst the voiceover it says 56 and I'm going to take his word for it. Anyways, layer 54 will be the bullet. It will be minus 14 by 7 in positioning. Minus 101 will be its both X and Y scale with 245 rotation. The opacity will be at 100. Now what you want to do is have a gradient on this. Now the gradient slider will be at 70 with a rotation at 74. The colour 1 will be 255 and it goes all along. Colour 2 should be absolutely nothing. It's going to be transparent. Anyways, you're going to copy this and you're going to change the positioning to 0x with 22y with a rotation of 204. Apart from that, nothing else changes. Once you got that, you got the gradient bullet, you're going to copy it and you're going to paste it again, but you're going to make it a solid color, solid white. 19x and minus 11 positioning with 225 rotation. Now once you've done this, you pretty much got everything sorted except from a few tweaks in terms of lighting. So what you want is a full circle at 5 and 5 x and y scale, 0 positioning, with 40 in opacity. You want it very bright. Well, very light, but bright. Now what you want is a gradient, and you want the color opacity of the first one 14, second transparent. So pretty much that 0 transparent color. Now the gradient slider will be at 50 with a 33 rotation, with the first color as white, the second color transparent, like I said before. You're going to copy that and you're going to toggle it. Nope. Okay, you copy that in genuine and you're going to turn up the opacity to 40. And what you're going to do is you're going to change the color opacities. The first color will be transparent and the second color will be complete black with 0, 0, 0 in the color mixer. And that's going to be the 40 opacity. The gradient slide will be at 50, rotation 33, yet again. But it's just to make it a little bit darker on one side rather than the other. Anyways, you're going to copy that and you're going to reduce the scale to 2 on the X and Y scale. And you're going to get off that editor emblem and you're going to press Y and you're going to change from full circle to circle outline. That is one mistake I've made in the video, as I didn't really read it correctly, so just keep that in mind. The opacity will be left at 20 and it's going to have a gradient. Both opacities will be at 20. Gradient slider at 50 with the rotation at 28. The first color will be white, the second color will be complete black. With layer 60 going up to 64, up to 63, it's going to be quarter circles. So the first quarter circle will be minus 40 in size, just like the rest. However, positioning will be minus 48 in X and Y positioning. You're going to turn this opacity to 3, and you're going to have the color to white. It's just to make it look like it's embossed into the emblem itself. Then once you've done that, you're going to copy it and you're going to make it emblem layer 61. The rotation will be at 180. The opacity will be at 12 and the color is going to be complete black. X positioning will be at 50 by Y 51. Once you've done this, you're going to fill it up in between. So you're going to copy that and you're going to put the opacity to 5 and you're going to have a rotation at 94 at position X 54, position Y minus 45. The color same again will be black and you're going to copy that and you're going to make the rotation 267 with X position in minus 46, position Y 52. So with this you have all the little gradient stuff. Now for the last layer, it's a full circle at minus 20 by minus 20, the opacity of 30, and you're going to have the color white going to transparent. The color slide will be at 50 with 164 rotation. And so far that is me reading from most, if not all of the information I can get from a text document, and that's all the statistics I can get from in-game, and I managed to still make the emblem even though there was a slight mistake when I had full circle rather than circle outline. Even with that one mistake, I still made a pretty damn good emblem replicated from the original, which I made quite a while ago. But these videos are still quite a bit to make, so I hope you guys do appreciate me trying to do this. I won't be able to keep making emblems after emblems after emblems, as for example it took me roughly 40 minutes to make a text document just listing for things which weren't foolproof, and some things did have mistakes. So potentially after proofreading, maybe 50 minutes to an hour. After that, what you have is me actually trying to make the emblem, which will be another hour on top of that. Me editing, me having this commentary as I am now, me rendering and uploading. I don't think I can keep doing this emblem thing, really. It's not something I can just keep making videos and videos and videos and videos like I can do of, for example, challenges or a free run game. So I'm going to try and at least have one emblem a week, and that's what I'm going to try, because I can have several emblems. But for those asking me for stamina up after I've already said I'm going to have my own way with this, please just bear with me. I will have, the next video will be Speed Cola. Then it will be the next sets, which will be PhD Flopper, Stamina Up, and Deadshot Daiquiri. I am unsure about Mule Kick, as I think it looks ugly. There's no good pistols. Either way, after that, then it will be Tombstone, Who's Who, things like that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy Double Tap, and I'll see you guys in the next video.